And we are live. Hello, everybody. It's the Nameless one here, and I am here with Argo, Moop, Paige, Moon, Petrol, and Ellis tonight for the continuation of the Lost Memories campaign.
Hello.
I don't remember it, so someone else has to do the thing.
Just a bit of a heads up for my viewers. The Peacemakers campaign is being called for tomorrow, so we will be picking it up next week as long as we have enough people. We have quite a few people in that campaign that are out celebrating their holiday, so with that, if you guys can go ahead and somebody needs to do the recap. Well, don't all volunteer at once.
I already told y'all I legitimately forgot.
Moon, you can do the recap. Moon, recap.
We were at camp, we informed them of fire, people almost got stabbed, again. Learned medical skills, left out.
We had found out that supposedly we are either 500 years in the future or a completely different timeline, or something like that. Because when we tried to talk to them and say, like, when did this tragedy happen? And the Zenkori were saying something about how it was not recovered, or like we didn't have that information anymore. So, but supposedly it was over like 500 years or something. So we know a time frame, kind of.
It was many generations.
Many generations.
And we are currently out hunting for a zebra named Zecora.
Yes, we went into the Everfree, and obviously there were some issues with that, as you could probably tell.
What are you talking about? There's never any problems with the Everfree.
I
Everfree
got
is a
knocked
perfectly safe place.
I got knocked out, so I don't actually know that much of what was happening.
Oh, I remember now. My douchebag freaking brother came up and started messing with me. Also, one of my old friends. Ugh.
And now we're in the Tower of the Two Sisters, or the Castle of the Two Sisters, in front of a really technical room. I think we walked in last session, but then the session ended.
Supposedly, what I had heard from the bug. Wait, was this last session or the session before? Apparently, things have changed a lot.
That was session before.
Okay, well, that was still very important.
Yes. Oh yeah, we met a smoke pony who showed us said technological door that last session we opened.
Yeah, we are at the vault.
Okay, and I think that will be good enough for now. So, you guys are standing outside this massive vault door that looks like nobody's really messed with for a while. You do know that looking at what you can see of the other side of the door, it looks basically untouched compared to the rusted and pitted surface of the outer portion of the door.
Sorry, maybe we should look inside.
Let's go ahead and walk in then.
Yep.
I don't believe we have it really any other choice. Unless you want to try to run back through the Everfree again.
I mean, you're going to have to do that eventually either way, but you did kind of get led down here.
Yeah. It may be easier to leave the Everfree if we aren't being led back towards here after we leave.
So, as you guys start to head in, does anybody have any kind of special, like, I can see in the dark kind of deal?
I mean,
let me check.
unless you call complete color blindness, then
No.
yes.
No.
Can I just channel magic into my horn to effectively work as a light spell?
Yes.
I mean, I can cast a fireball and just hold it.
You can also just create
Yeah.
fire instead of like an entire fireball. Not everything needs to explode.
But everything must blow up. It be set aflame. I don't have an actual. I didn't put any actual points into create fire.
Besides,
Comment. Don't you have to actually have great fire?
you need to have the spell. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to put points into the spell.
That's why I increase my intelligence instead of increasing my skills individually.
So, we're just gonna say that Paige does the light spell then, because otherwise,
I don't
No,
actually
I
have the light spell. I was just saying I was channeling magic into my horn.
well,
I mean, I actually have skill level of 14. So,
for your create fire,
yep.
then why are you belly aching about the spell?
Because I don't know. Anyways,
You know how to roll.
I have to remember the command. Okay,
Exclamation roll.
got it. I pass.
See? I don't know what you were complaining about. You got a 5.
No, normally I end up rolling so high that I fail anyways.
You know, it's called rolling the dice, or a game of chance for a reason.
I know. Go on.
But you're able to get a decent little light. You guys don't see your guide at the moment. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not there, but you just don't see it at the moment. As you guys are traveling down the dark, echoey hallway behind the vault door, you come to a abrupt end and what looks like a pair of elevator doors. What do?
I prod at the control panel, if there is one.
There is one. It seems to have quite a few more buttons than you would expect, as well as a small screen. I do believe somebody has some skills that might actually come in handy here.
Does someone know computers?
Yes, I do.
There he goes. He finally got it.
But am I actually able to hold the
Yes,
fire and the?
Holding a concentration
Okay.
spell isn't too difficult.
You're not actively
Okay.
under attack at the moment.
Okay. So am I hacking, operating? What?
So I think right now it's operating, unless they're specifically saying that it's locked.
Give me just a second. Go ahead and roll for that.
Pass.
I'm assuming your operating is a 9?
No, it's a 13 actually.
Oh, you pass.
I didn't say
Pass.
fail.
I didn't hear what you said. That's why I was speaking the way I did. And let's entertain the stream with words and stuff.
Sounds like it would be a good idea. So that there's not much dead air.
Yes.
Good idea. Yes.
So
We'll see.
teammate
you could
banter and teammate banter and dark room.
Okay, sorry about that. I am back.
Welcome
I
back.
passed by 3.
By 3? Okay, give me just a second. So, as you were pressing buttons and whatnot, you start find as like somewhat unfamiliar technology to you, and through sheer luck, you manage to get it to tell you something. It's just not what you want to hear, as it says "access denied" in bright red letters across the screen.
Oh, time to hack.
You know what to do.
I just failed by one.
Give me just a second. I just launched something. Okay.
Get ready to do the defense.
So as you guys are like standing there, it gives a shriek of like it was like the start of an alarm before you get sprayed with sparks as the screen goes kaput.
And well, shit.
So you have other options other than trying to hack it, though.
I recommend stick.
I was gonna say breaking it down.
I could probably try to put it back together and hopefully it works.
Argo, if you said anything, I didn't hear it.
I was being quiet. That was a test for me
Oh, okay.
to double check something. Because I am afraid of fire and the sparks. I was trying to test to see if I'd get all afraid.
It's more the sparks of like an electrical failure than like a flame.
And then again, I'm using fire too.
We'll make the comment. We can attempt to force open the elevator door, and normally they have. Actually, my character knows this.
I could always just electrocute the control panel.
I mean,
I think it's currently fried, so
And we don't know what would happen if we electrocute a control panel.
yeah.
There's
It's
a
best
lot
not
of
to be an
things
idiot.
that can happen. We don't know what will happen.
Anyone might have found out.
Should have picked up computer repair or mechanic. Well,
so what do?
if you guys, I'm going to see about if I can feasibly fix whatever I need to on the computer.
Roll operator out of -3.
Okay.
2 because it's not the right skill, and 1 because you don't have.
I critically passed.
Okay. So somehow, beyond all expectations, you have managed to yoink enough wires and stick them to different things, and it has started working. It's not the best job, but it looks like it'll get the job done. But it does still tell you that your access is denied.
Then I'm going to roll for hack.
Watch you blow it up again.
I passed by 5.
So, one moment.
That one's
I
surprisingly
screwed
well.
something up. I fixed it.
I got there in the end.
I am making the assumption that this is a higher tech level than his hack skill.
It probably is.
What is your skill?
My computer hack is tech level 3.
Tech level
It's-
3, and
It's at 12.
Moon, I need a little help remembering what the tech levels are.
Wait, tech level 3?
3 and up.
Tech level 3 is like Bronze Age?
So what would industrial age be?
7. 8 would basically be early cyberpunk, 9 would be like
So what you're saying is our tech level should be 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and update all my tech levels.
9 would be
Yeah.
like hard sci-fi, 10 being like normal sci-fi / space operas.
Okay. So,
And then everything after that's just like bullshitium.
and I'm assuming if you're going above your tech level, it's 1 per.
Yes.
Okay. So yours is
So
7.
should-
What is your margin of success?
5 by 5.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep.
So, as you're fishing around in what actually appears to be a small database, you manage to find and use the credentials behind. You don't actually get a name, but it seems like they were important in whatever project.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all you're getting is because it says project manager.
Okay, well, I use that one. Clearly.
And you're able to use the stored credentials in the elevator to open the elevator, which for a moment it doesn't quite look like it's gonna actually open before it lets out a long, low screech of like grinding metal. And then the doors open to a rather battered looking elevator. The bottom portions of it are partially scorched, and there's a skeleton laying across the floor, one hoof stretched for the door.
Oh,
Okay. I stand in front of the elevator. I look at the skeleton and I look at the party. Well, get in.
I'm gonna step on and let the skeleton go. So, you going up or down?
The skeleton has no reply.
I'm concerned about the party.
Can I safely move the skeleton to a corner so
Such
you can
a
all fit properly?
Dry sense of humor.
I will set you on fire. Don't start
Is there
with that. I will
anything
set you on
on
fire.
the skeleton that I can see at first glance?
No,
more
it
in-depth?
appears that the skeleton is old enough that there is no obvious remains of anything left. It also
No
appears
items
to have
or anything.
had a bit more exposure than the to like outside factors than the inside of the vault door. That and it also bears a lot of the same scorch marks. If your medical pony would like to take a closer look, he is welcome to ply his skills.
Ply your trade.
Oh yes, let's see if I can figure out how he died.
What killed this skeleton?
Probably starvation.
Well, at least we know it's not
probably the
anything
fire.
piercing.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna poke at it with my trusty stick and see what I can find out.
So the first immediate and most obvious thing that you notice is, the scorch marks on the skeleton. But after a bit of more poking around, you do notice a number of what could have been at one point lacerations, as there are large nicks and chips taken out of the bone that seem to have aged with the bone. So it's like you can tell it wasn't removed recently. It was probably done before the time of death, as well as the fact that it is actually a male pony. Because yes, that is something you can look at its skeleton and tell.
Bone structures would differ slightly.
I'm
Normally,
going to take this opportunity to give some education to my pupil.
normally
Well,
it's
I
a
investigate it.
broader pelvis opening, if I remember correctly, for females.
Yes, normally. For relatively obvious reasons.
So, Doc is doing an educate.
I'm going to sit there because I like learning things.
I take out pen and quill. Let's do this.
And as you can see here, this is where this poor sap was most likely stabbed a 17th time.
So many stabs.
Do you know the exact order of the stabs, or are you just guessing based off of where the stabs are?
I'm guessing based off of where the stabs are. And the amount of calcification that's built up at that location.
House of what?
You see,
Please spell
yes. So, when bones break, allegedly, they rebuild themselves by redepositing new material. However, it's not quite the same as the old bone. That's why each little nick and cut looks a little bit different from the surrounding bone, despite the obvious deformity to the bone itself.
Because when they break, they grow back stronger.
Okay.
If that's what you want to believe.
So, is that all the doc has to teach?
That's all the doc has to teach.
I wasn't paying attention. Say it again.
Oh my god. You only get it once. Sorry.
I know it was a joke.
Hey, Doc, I just have a question.
What's your
You know how to spell stuff?
I
Like,
am a licensed and certified medical practitioner. Of course I know how to spell.
Little does Moop know she has stumbled upon Doc's one greatest weakness:
I'll be
spelling.
back.
so how do you spell calcification? I think I spelled it wrong.
I think he just went AFK. So we're gonna go ahead
Perfect
and
timing.
go ahead. There is a panel on the inside of the door, like a standard elevator, but it only has one big button.
Press the button.
Wait for everybody to come inside and press the big red button.
Wait, why do you wait till everyone gets inside? Why don't we just put one person in and then press button? That way we only lose one party member, not the entire party.
Because
Because
For
you don't know
instance-
if it'll go back up easily.
exactly, and I might have to stay behind to even operate it again.
It was concerning.
So, party has been loaded on. Button is pushed. Door screeches closed.
And we fall to death.
First thing you realize as the door closes is that, good lord, it's even darker in here than it was out there.
I would have my fire still lit with me.
Still, the lights do not work in this elevator.
Oof.
So, for a
I
minute,
have
it doesn't appear like the elevator's going to do anything. And then there's a sudden lurch as the elevator starts moving down.
That can't be good.
yeah.
It's
I'm gonna have my
it's like-
fire hovering over everybody.
I will note that you guys are moving down at a stomachable speed, but you do hear screeching and clanging at the entire way down.
This is killing me.
About 5 minutes into the journey, you realize this is really going down.
You died.
We
Repeat
realize
that.
what?
I said about 5 minutes into the journey, you realize that it's not just going down; it's going down.
Do you think
Oh
that there's
my
something
gosh.
that's going
Yelling
to
timber?
eat us at the bottom? Perhaps the
Are we
large
going
creature.
to Tartarus?
No, this is probably really deep.
Real?
Might we have the luck, perchance, they'll have large teeth and savage claws?
I don't believe this is where Tartarus is, but I'm not 100% about that.
I mean, portals are a thing. I
Portals
am not
are
sure.
the thing, but I don't believe they're normally connected to elevators, unless I could be wrong.
I don't
So,
know. Ah, the noise is bothering me.
so after about another 5 minutes worth of elevator screeching, you finally get to a point where it stops, it shakes, and it drops about 3 feet with a loud boom.
I don't think we're going back that way.
I don't think this is up to code.
A toad.
Do the door
I
open
think
at
once
all?
upon a time it was up to code.
So the first set of doors screeches open. The other one kind of gives a pitiful whining noise and a loud clang and just kind of sits there.
Yeah, it broke.
Just open it.
I mean, I could possibly try to fix it, but I don't think I can do it from this side.
This
I
thing
use my
doesn't even
spear
have
to
an
open
inspection
it.
sticker.
I would like to point it is also 3 feet above the level that you guys are standing on. So what
I
do?
could just stand on one of them and just open it with my spear.
You gonna try that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you stand on? The half dead looking unicorn.
The half dead looking zebra. Let's see, who else is there?
The too short changeling.
Oh yeah, the zebra's too
Remember,
short
it's
too.
only 3 feet though. It's not that much.
I think Doc
So-
is the only one that hasn't had the tar beaten out of him.
Probably.
That's because
Ironic, seeing as he's the medic.
Doc's a healer and a stabber. Not a backstabber, mind you. He will happily stab you in the face.
Come,
Boost me. I'll
So-
open it.
So whose footstool?
Doc.
Ah, Doc, you are being volunteered as footstool.
I refuse.
But come on, we need to open it. It's just gonna be quick anyway.
If necessary, I will do it.
What did you say?
If it is necessary, I will do it. Just don't break my back.
I am pretty sure I'm light.
At the size that
Pretty
you
sure.
are, you probably weigh about 90 to 95 pounds. With Nassau being about 1.5 feet.
Wait a sec. You're a dragon. Can't you fly? You have the little...
No,
Or-
I do not have wings. I have not hit molt yet.
Yeah, they're
Is still
a
baby.
young dragon.
What?
They are the young
It's
wingless
Babu.
dragon. The Bobby dragon.
Well, fine. I'll suppose I help you up then.
So, Moop needs to roll strength.
Ah. Mm,
Okay, give me just a sec.
We could have a strong pone assist, or the flying pone assist.
Yeah, I mean, I can assist. Because both.
If you're assisting, you need to do a roll.
Okay, I should assist.
That's at least a pass.
Okay. So
Yeah, speed past just about everything.
the two of you managed to get the door to screech open. This one feels like it's a lot more stuck than the other was, but you get it open wide enough that the group of you could climb out one by one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
So, what do?
I guess we climb out.
Yep.
There's the next logical step.
And observe the new room we're going into.
So once you get your little light pet in, yes, Ellis,
Yep.
I'm referring to you.
Oh, shush.
You are the first thing you notice about the door. Is that it was in a state that was almost rusted to the floor. You've managed to move it enough that it's not quite stuck to the tracks that it was set in anymore, but it's still pretty bad. Next thing you notice is there's a lot of pony skeletons in a lot better shape than the one on the elevator. Some of them even still have some dried skin and flesh on them. Very dried, like mummified dried. But
Any wearing clothing or any other?
mostly from what you can tell is what might have been lab coats at one point.
What happened here this time?
Death.
Well, whatever it is, we're gonna have to walk it towards it instead of away from it, because we have to
Question.
find a new way out.
Is there an actual direction that these skeletons are looking at, or corpses?
They are all pointed at the elevator. Except for a couple at the very back of the room who seem to be facing a door.
I guess we should enter the door.
Can we
then.
see what type of
The
clothes they are?
the clothes that they're wearing, and all of them appear to either be Pegasi or Earth ponies. The clothes they are wearing, the ones facing the door, it's really hard to tell, but they look like they might have at one point been blue rather than white.
So,
And one of them is still holding a what appears to be some sort of baton in his teeth, and another is holding a pistol that is basically falling apart.
I'll take that baton. New stick. Stick upgrade.
Okay.
So these were security guards?
I used my telekinesis to gather the gun and do a once-over, make sure it is completely unusable.
So go ahead, if you have a skill that would give you any information, you can roll for
I
that.
do have guns.
Yes, then roll for that.
D6.
So,
Or not 2d6, 3d6.
one thing I'd like to point out to everyone is that if everyone's heading to the elevator from all directions, that means whatever problem occurred that had them do so was in all directions.
And I succeed my guns roll by 2. Or by 1.
So you do find that the firing pin and the spring behind it both seem to be in a still usable condition, but for the most part, the rest of it is, if you were to try and fire the thing, it would explode.
Okay, I put it into my bag, because useful replacement parts are useful.
Mm-hmm. Do you keep the junk parts?
No reason to leave the useful parts out in open air.
Okay.
Very true.
So, you now have the option of 3 different doors. One that was being guarded by the security ponies, and then 2 that were just left kind of ajar.
Let's save the one that looks like it might be dangerous for last, which is the one that was being guarded by the security guards.
Yeah.
So, left or right?
Right?
I want to go left.
Well, you're gonna
the
have to
smart
decide.
option is right. You go right until you have to go left.
But why?
So-
Just dungeon delving rules.
Oh, we can always break this and go left. I do it all the time, actually.
So you need to decide which way you're going, left
All
or
right,
right.
I got this. I'm gonna toss up my baton. Damn, you gonna do me like that, Dice Maiden?
You're supposed to roll.
Middle door.
We literally agreed not to do that.
Yes. We were going to go left or right.
Okay, so you can't agree on which one to take, but you can agree on which one not to take.
You can agree on which one not to take.
I mean,
the middle
it sounds like Moon has tried to make an executive decision for you.
Yeah.
So, you guys taking the middle door?
No.
Advice. We should probably pick one or the other for left or right.
And let's go down the middle then. Fuck it.
So-
No.
We got 2
Middle.
for middle, 3 for middle.
3.
Just
No,
so I
Why
guess
are you? Oh my
Kids, those-
gosh! You guys are being stupid.
Right. Just pick the right side.
Fine then. We're going right. Forget that. Picking NASA with me.
We're going middle.
So,
No. We don't need to split up.
I agree. Splitting up's a horrible idea. Less bullets to go one way.
so, have you guys made a decision on which direction you're going?
Yes, the right.
Go right. And
Yes,
then
at this
we can
point,
come back to the middle later.
right, thanks, right.
I don't care if we go down the middle door. I just want to, or I just don't want to sit here forever trying to pick out a door. This ain't like a hot new pair of shoes.
Okay. So, to the right, there appears to be some sort of break room. There's what looks to be like it. At one point, it was some sort of like food preparation equipment. There's a roughly rectangular shaped, like basically a cupboard for out of. Hold on, can I be heard? Technical difficulties.
Are you alive?
I can hear you.
Nameless
Oh, no.
will
Think you
die.
died.
Nameless, I'm sorry.
I can hear again.
We should have taken
Oh, I redact that statement.
Okay.
Okay.
Nameless
I-
die.
I was perfectly
It's
in
a
time
miracle.
for the apology from Moon. It is too late. It has been saved.
And now it's going to be a part of his soundboard.
So,
Yes.
once you guys what did you guys miss from me? What was the last
We
thing you
heard
said?
rectangular and then it cut off.
There's a rectangular break room with some kind of food prep.
No, there's a rectangular cupboard, essentially.
Okay, we didn't hear that.
There,
I
there,
heard
there was
rectangular, but not the cupboard.
there appears to be like a round glass plate, and on top of that plate is another dish with something that might have been food at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I decide to scrounge through the cupboard.
Remember that. There might
Well,
be
that-
non-perishable.
That is the only thing in the cupboard.
Oh,
If you think about it, I'm describing a specific item that you don't actually see pop up in Equestria, but you guys would be very familiar with.
oh.
One more time.
It's a mostly rectangular little cupboard with a glass dish in it, and there's another dish with something that resembles ancient food at this point, because, really old.
I like the left or right of it. Like, does it look like it might be made out of technology?
It does look like it is made out of technology. In fact, there is a number
I know
pad
nothing about it.
to the right portion of it.
Right. I know nothing about it. I defer to the one that knows technology.
I walk over to it and then I just I'm going to examine it and see what I can do with it.
You are welcome to push a button.
How many buttons are there?
I walk over and push a random button.
I was
So,
gonna
as
pick-
Paige pushes a random button, the machine gives a sputter, a cough, and then sprays sparks everywhere.
I think you broke it.
In case you
Dang it.
guys were wondering, it's a microwave. Because you guys were being dense, and I figured I might as well just give it away. I just described to you a microwave to people that have never seen microwaves.
Yeah.
I don't think
sorry.
dragons would have realistically ever seen microwaves.
I don't even think
Nameless.
dragons would have seen an oven.
Nameless, you
They're evidence of
overestimated our intelligence.
Ovens
I do that
actually
quite
make
often.
sense.
If you watch the other stream, I also overestimate their intelligence as I watched Sawtooth walk around in circles for a good 15 to 20 minutes, going, I don't know how I'd get people up here, when there was open windows and he could teleport if he could see people.
Right.
Yes. I overestimate my parties quite often. Yes, I understand if you're not breaking character, but I know there was at least a couple of them that didn't get it. Paige. Ellis.
Hey,
Yep.
I have no idea.
I don't know why I didn't.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, Petrol.
I
I didn't
was
even
being
bother.
dense.
I didn't even bother wondering if Moon had got it, because you know Moon, who knows what's going through that head.
As I'm saying, moon logic.
So, other than that, there doesn't seem to be. There's like a broom closet in the back corner with the remains of a broom. There's not an actual broom in there. There's a chunky, round, like disc-shaped object in the floor. And before you ask, yes, it can. It appears like it can. Ooh, excuse me. It appears that it can move. And there are brushes at the bottom of it.
How?
Okay, now I know what this one is. I know what this one is.
I pick it up. What the heck is it?
I think you use it to scrub your walls.
Didn't it have a handle then if you use it to scrub walls? It'd be easier. I have to pick this thing up with 2 hands.
Well, I would
I
say
would
that
be much harder.
it would be used by a unicorn, but I don't think there's any unicorns here.
Or maybe they all got out because of magic.
That is a possibility, but the teleportation spells are extremely cost intensive and exhaust unicorns pretty easily.
Hey,
If
Moop.
you got enough unicorns to do it, you can do it with one spell.
Hey, Moop.
I take it. But
Go ahead and roll perception while you're holding that.
okay.
I want to see if there's anything else in the room.
Other than that, it's just a bunch of busted up tables and chairs. It's obvious that the people that were sitting in here left in a huge hurry.
Okay, I pass.
So as you're like looking at this, you notice that out of all of the dust, grime, and like age that it's showing, you do see a logo, and it's in bold, capitalized letters, FPC.
PC.
I think I immediately understand what that meant. I'm sad.
You do
Hey,
not
what?
actually. You have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, great. Another logo. But this isn't the whole monarch thing, so what is it? Do any of you guys know what FPC could mean?
Can I do intelligence check?
You can?
Financial Pony Committee.
I was
Oh, yeah.
thinking like if it was like spray painted
Oh, no.
as a thing.
So Paige knows
I would-
nothing.
Yeah, damn it, Paige.
Anybody
I'll
else?
try.
You guys are welcome to see if you can try and remember this.
I totally failed that.
You almost crit failed that. Next.
Yes.
You failed by one more than I did.
Finding professional coconuts.
Have I ever heard
Petrol,
of
is
this
that a
back
pass or a
home?
fail?
For perception, there's a pass.
No, it's an intelligence check.
Yeah.
For intelligence, that's definitely a fail.
Yeah.
We're checking your brain.
Nassau is also welcome to do this because what
I
I
didn't
am
know anything about
Oh,
it.
I actually passed.
actually you would.
Oh.
So you guys don't remember this from when you were, from what memories you still have of like Equestria itself, but you do remember it from the tablet.
Oh.
Wait,
That's a
Yeah.
the tablet! Guys, the tablet! Who took it?
But it doesn't.
I actually...
It
I
also
should
doesn't
grab-
give you any more information than the tablet already had.
Yeah, I have a large quantity of broken tablets in my bag.
And
Yeah,
I'm,
and I think I still have the one that's working.
go ahead and you can roll perception and see if you want to check the tablets.
Sure. I can.
Let us do the perceive.
Hey, it passed.
I also pass.
So as you're digging through the tablets, you all notice that they also somewhere on their casing they will each have the same logo. Normally in the same place, though you seem to have a couple different models because the logo moves every so often between different tablets.
Oh, so it's some sort of company that made these things. They seem to have made a variety of tech.
That's not too surprising.
Yeah. Not at all.
Maybe the variation is from it being like a stamp.
So
I
There's
guess we should make our way to the other room.
okay,
Yep.
I believe we've found as much as we can in the break room.
yes, you have searched the break room. Do you care to move on?
Yes, I'm taking this ready
Yes.
with me anyway.
But of course.
Okay.
There is a big button in the middle of the object, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
I'm not going to press it. I'm not going to make it short out yet. I'm just going to keep it in my stash.
About what it does.
I also want to point out that this thing is basically as big as you are.
I'm still going to keep it. No one's going to stop me.
So,
You said it's as big as Cameo, right?
yes, Moop is of the short, and the thing is as big across as she is tall.
I think I know what that is. But I'm not
Same,
here.
but my character has no clue, so I'm not going to say anything.
Move on.
So,
Put it in storage, and then we go out.
you now have a left and a forward door.
Now we go left.
We go forward.
Left.
No, the left is the middle door. We
Yeah,
just
we wanna
left
go
the.
forward.
Wait, hold on. Let me get a different
Very
perspective.
true.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Actually, didn't we go into the right door? We would have
We
a
went to the right
and
door.
forward door.
Right door. So there is.
There was a
Oh, no.
left, center, and right door. I picked center. Everyone, or no one wanted center. Then people agreed with center, but then people picked right, so we went right.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
So you have a left and forward door.
Left.
Forward.
Left.
Forward.
I am.
The fact that you guys have gotten so confused.
Okay. Going from the elevator. We're going to
Okay.
the left door. And not going
We're-
straight across.
We're going to the door that the skeletons aren't looking at.
Okay.
I have a piss poor I have a piss poor diagram.
But then
It's probably not.
where's the danger and excitement?
So,
Boy, like
So-
half of our team is like dead. Don't even try.
That's bonking, man. Move on.
The danger and excitement means I am probably dead. Because somehow I am the center of damage.
I mean, you act like you're the one who puts yourself back together again.
Right.
so you get to the door, and you realize something important. The door is locked.
That's not a
Kind of
problem.
lost.
I can lockpick. I don't know if we have any tools for it though.
I mean, I probably have a small set of tools for being able to mess with the.
I got some
Tablets.
needles if you want to try those.
So Doc would have tools that might be useful, but no, Ellis, you do not have tools. You were just randomly yoinking at wires.
No, I'm talking about for when I was looking at the tablet for the second session.
No.
Eh. Okay, well,
I will.
I can lockpick. Paige can lockpick. What's your skill level?
What type of
Mine
lock
is
is
12.
it?
Remember,
Mine's 30.
no comparing skill levels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I am decently okay at lockpicking. I'm not the
What
best.
is lock things?
I should say I am decent, but not the best.
So, Doc, you can choose who you give needles to use as lockpicks.
I mean, I kind of had to do for what I am.
I'm just going to grab a handful of needles, and whoever wants one can have some.
I will use my telekinesis to grab them.
What hand?
The ones.
Oh, sorry, a hoofful. Or a mouthful. Although a mouthful
I am-
sounds quite dangerous, so I guess a hoofful.
I am the only one with hands.
I'll pick a few from the pile too.
Okay.
You must put the needles in your mouth. That sounds terrible.
Oh,
Oh,
yep.
oh,
Good
Well,
for the
Paige-
young and the
Paige
old.
grabs a pair of needles and just like jams them into the lock. You hear him. You hear as she wiggles it around a few times, and there's a loud pop as the lock releases, and then promptly falls out of the door as it opens.
Ah, yes. You see, medical skills have no use in technology, but a simple mechanical lock, on the other hand.
I plug my ears because I know that's gonna be a loud clang.
No.
Uh,
I thought
Is
that
a
was
little
falling
bit
out.
on the happy side because it's been a while since I've been able to practice my lockpicking.
It's more of a
right.
clunk as the lock falls out of a mostly decrepit door. It is unlocked, on the other hand.
I proceed to open the door.
Okay. On the other side, you see a desk. And it says, "Welcome to Research Site 14.
I don't like
I checked the
sound-
desk.
I do like what that reads.
Can I scratch the desk?
Someone please tell me what that means. I can't read. Remember?
Research site. Welcome to research site number 14.
I really hope that it's because they needed 14 sites and not because the first 13 failed.
Right?
The
Someone
answer
check
is
the desk.
both.
It might also be that this one failed, if all these batteries are any indication.
So, Moop, as you round the desk, the first thing you noticed is that there is a pony on the other side, pinned to the floor through the skull with a piece of rebar.
Oh, Hey
can we
guys,
look
this one has
Very
rebarb
very
on
much
it.
old dead, same as the other skeletons, but it didn't make it out of the room. This one appears to have been a Pegasus. Only
Where
because
did the
the
rebar
only
come
reason
from?
you know is because there's a wing under the desk and there's another one against the wall a little ways away.
What
Are
happens
there
if I
any
take
drawers to this
control?
desk?
There is a few, yes.
I'm
I
a
choose
search
to
room.
look up.
So the first couple of drawers yield nothing but like random rusted paper clips and things like that, and like papers that like when you try to pick them up, they turn to dust. But one of them is locked.
I shall do the lockpick on this one. I
Okay.
passed by 2.
Well, that's based off of your current tech level.
Yes.
And you go ahead and just open it.
Carefully.
So as you start to open it, roll dexterity, both of you, because I'm assuming you're both looking over the drawer.
Yeah. I passed by 1.
And
I don't pass. I failed by 1.
So you two hear a loud thump as a cloud of red paint just sprays out, and Cyanax is now a lovely shade of fire engine red. Go ahead and roll health.
Very quickly, and here. Even though I don't know how to do any medical stuff.
I failed.
You also cannot see at the moment.
Comment, you
I
rolled
searched
3d10.
You
Oh,
did roll
3D.
3d10. Reroll.
Oh, my bad.
That's worse than Moon trying to say exclamation dice.
You pass exactly.
No.
Your health is 9?
Oh, it's 11. It's 11.
So
Go
you
on.
pass. So you are still able to see, but good lord, does it hurt?
I start trying to get it off of me.
What just happened?
I got sprayed.
Now, the realization that none of us can create water.
My neck.
We have
Look in pain.
water
Not
bottles.
Cyanax in
I
any
can
pain.
create rain.
If someone wants to use one of their canteens to try to wash them off,
I will.
Do you
Use my
get time of
canteen.
pigs and create rain?
So,
It-
Petrol, since you were standing next to you can go ahead and roll perception to take a closer look at the lock.
And that's an exact pass.
So, at closer inspection, you notice that the lock has a smaller hole next to it, small enough to fit, like not say like too small to fit, like a
Paperclip.
yeah. Essentially, what just happened is the since nothing was inserted in that hole, it set off what is a paint bomb that was mixed with something to make it less than pleasant.
I'm glad I'm glad I made a kid.
Capsaicin?
Yes.
you have the spicy in the eyes.
Yeah.
All
So am I able to see if there's anything else in the drawers?
Does
Yes.
anyone know any zipper?
inside the drawer is one pistol of the 9mm variety and about 20 rounds for it. It seems to be in a usable condition. Poor condition, but it's still usable. And then there is also a tablet that seems to also be in a not so destroyed condition.
And usable but poor condition.
Yeah.
No, I just realized I'm rubbing my face to get rid of this, and so my eyes are probably burning.
your eyes, your nose, your mouth, basically any kind of mucous membrane that it can get on.
Pouring water
Okay.
on your eyes, trying
I
to help
asked-
get it out.
I ask if I can look over the pistol, make sure see useful parts in it, and what would be good to replace and what would be bad, what needs to be replaced before anyone tries to fire it.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the better idea.
So you would need to roll your gun skill.
I mean, I will look over the tablet, but I'm currently suffering.
Succeed by 5.
So as you're looking over it, you do note that the spring and the slide are a bit rough. The spring looks like it'll probably only handle like 2 or 3 more shots before it doesn't work properly anymore.
Go ahead and replace it with the good spring.
Yep. The slide, on the other hand, is it's a bit rougher, but it's passable for now. So, what do you have a now bright red changeling squealing on the floor?
Get buried. And crying.
Am I able to create a rain cloud inside?
You can attempt to. You would need to roll it at what is, I'm fairly certain, your native skill level.
Yeah, which is I think.
I know what you mean. I said I was helping the bug with the water.
And how many rounds do I have for
I
it?
passed.
For the gun again?
So
20, I think.
20.
For Ellis and Nassau, you are now drenched.
Relief.
Nassau was trying to do the help, and then petrol rained on both of you.
Okay, so long as the bug is okay.
Actually,
just
if I
gonna-
remember correctly, with capsaicin, the bug is not of the most okay at the moment.
Yeah, the
Depending on how
capsaicin-
long they run the storm.
Because all that happens with capsaicin when you run water over it is you redeposit it in a new spot.
Yeah, but the goal is to get away from the mucous membranes, and then hopefully get it actually washed off at some point.
I mean, I'm ready, and the duration says the base duration is an hour.
Okay. We'll go ahead and
So that's
go with that. You can keep it up for an hour if you need to. I will say it does
more than
take
long enough.
2 fatigue points since you created a rain cloud in somewhere with no rain clouds.
Yeah.
And with Pegasus magic, it's a bit different than actual magic.
Yep.
So, you guys get the bug cleaned off for the most part. The bug is now bug colored instead of fire engine red. Bug is also no longer in agony.
Yay. I would proceed to fight to dry myself off and pick up the tablet with my telekinesis and then move it away from the rain cloud.
I can summon some wind to dry you off.
I take the
Yeah.
rebound.
So, you're going to try and roll your operation skill.
Yep. Nah.
Rule.
Oh, excuse me.
Good job, Alice. You roll.
Leave that.
Roll 3d6.
Is that a pass or a fail?
That is a pass by 1.
Okay, so you're sitting there tapping away at the screen. It opens up, and you go to open something within the tablet's like files, and it tells you access denied.
I guess I'm going to hack now. That's a fail. That is
You
a
get
fail
an access
by-
denied, 2 tries remaining.
You find out the password is cheese.
I passed. Oh god.
So after your
I
second try, you managed to open a few of the files. A lot of them are heavily corrupted. You know, having been sitting there for who knows how long. But you do get one that tells you that this is a research station for the Project Dream Eater of the Free Pony Coalition.
At least we know what the acronym stands for now. Just remember, everyone, is Free Pony Coalition. So,
I think NASA spoke, but I don't know what she said.
Rate it.
Argo, your mic's having issues.
It is angry.
Mm-hmm.
Can you not hear me?
We
Your
get
mic
like the
keeps
very
cutting off.
end of the sentence.
The mic do the die.
It's like you're trying to climb out of
No.
like the deep. There we go. I heard that one.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Loud and clear.
I hear you now, Mr. Krabs.
Feel it, Mr. Krabs?
So
So what were you trying to say, Argo?
I said I can't read it.
Oh.
You see, these letters are F, P, and C. That means Free Pony Coalition.
Or another aspect, you could say, fuck Princess Celestia. But moving on.
Why would you say that?
That was the first thought that came across my mind when it was said earlier.
Sounds
So
like
I
fun.
had to share.
I didn't vote for her.
Anyway, I'm going to look further into the tablet and see if I can find anything else.
okay, go ahead and roll your hacker skill.
Trying to decrypt files.
I passed by 2.
So you weren't able to find much else, but you did find a set of credentials in the tablet.
Well, is it the same as what I found earlier?
No, this one says secretary.
Well, it's better than nothing.
I'm assuming that
That could
it's
help
just
us access
secretary with password. And let me guess, password is cheese.
With a pass code, but it's a code that is not something that would necessarily mean anything to you guys.
Yeah.
It's a string of numbers and letters and a few symbols as well.
I feel like you picked passcode specifically so that way it couldn't be cheese.
Right?
If I
It's not my
even
dog.
say anything to deny it or confirm it, then you guys are just
Yes.
gonna believe that regardless. So we'll just say yes.
It is passcode with in lead speak. Got it.
So-
Yep.
Anything else
Anyway.
here?
So you do see like a pile of what looks like moldy clothing. Some looks like some lab coats and like uniforms that were used for the guards. Not anything you'd really want to wear, especially since some of them, if you pick them up, immediately fall apart.
Yeah.
I got my cape anyway.
So, other than that, there's not much else in this room. It seems to have been a, hey, hi, how are you? This is the introduction to the area kind of deal.
Yeah. So then, if there's nothing else for us to look at here, I guess we go to the building.
I take the beef. Alright, let's go.
So, when you guys get to the center door, first thing you notice is it's got a scanner type deal. And it is definitely locked. It is also
I
a
used the credentials.
It is also
I
a
put
slightly
the
thicker door.
I bring the tablet up and put it up next to the scanner.
So it takes it a minute, but you finally hear a beep and a click from the door, and it as it unlocks.
Yay! I guess let's see what's on the other side then. Huh?
Okay. So
I open the door,
okay.
but don't go through it yet.
I actually have the question: is my pistol a tech level 7 or tech level 8?
It is technically a tech level 8.
Okay.
As it is not like a revolver, it is more of a modern pistol.
All right.
The semi-auto.
And I'm assuming it's using the stats of the auto pistol.
Yes, just go ahead and use the stats of the auto pistol.
Okay.
So what we see when it opens up.
So as you go to try and open it, it doesn't really move very easily.
This again.
Then let's open it a crack. Let my fire slip through, and let's see on the other side. In case
So-
if there's anything.
As you go to peek through the crack that you've opened it in, you come face to face with the grinning skull of a pony, like inches from you.
Let me.
Terrible.
Would that affect my curious disadvantage?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
You see.
You can go ahead and also roll strength if you're trying to open the door.
Okay. I pass. So I get to choose the action. I step back real quick.
Is Moop attempting to force open the door?
Yes, and I pass.
So with a loud crunching noise and the squeaking of rusted hinges, the door swings open.
Got it.
And the first thing you notice is there's quite a few skeletons just like against the door. Several of the ones that are still intact after your forced entry into the room. You notice like one of them has its hoof through the skull of another as they were trying to get through the door.
Savage.
That's terrible.
I wonder if these are the predecessors to the psychos.
The what?
Maybe?
The predecessors?
Well,
I go ahead and start aiming my pistol towards the pile of bodies.
the psychos are known for being the most savage and brutal and bloodthirsty out here. So, I wonder if these are like the organization that eventually became the psychos.
Or the ones who managed to create the psychos. It doesn't mean that they became them themselves.
I want to check the place out.
Okay. So it opens into a hallway. There's about 4 or 5 doors before you get to the end of the hallway with another larger door. This one also sealed with a thicker door that seems to be in better condition than any other door that you've been to in this like building so far.
Hmm. Should we check each room?
Oh,
I don't want to check each room.
Don't see
Are
why
the doors
not.
open or closed?
There's 2 open doors and the rest are closed.
I say let's check out the open doors first, and then to make sure it's safe.
We'll slowly be pushing forward with the pistol raised.
I mean, we could split up and go one by one.
Okay.
Just
That sounds like a
Tracy
better.
stays near the door. Sounds like a fun idea.
So, what are you doing? The 2 open ones first, or doing it one by one?
say the two open one first, but I'm at party leader.
I don't think there is a party leader.
Not really.
I'm just going through.
I mean,
one
most of the
them.
time, Doc is the closest you guys have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm siding towards one by one.
Okay.
That may be necessary.
Without any real time constraint, it's best to stick together.
So we check out one of the open ones first.
So you guys are checking out one of the open ones?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys step into the door to the open room, first thing you notice is that this room is slightly larger than you expected, and there's various what appear to be bodies of ponies, but made of metal. They're hanging. Some of them are partway painted. They're all in pretty bad repair, and others have what could have been fake fur attached to them.
Cybernetic ponies?
Ooh. I could probably sell you one of these for later.
Is there anything useful in that room?
I can only imagine what the gearheads would trade for one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and take a look and see if there's anything that worth having.
Oh,
I
that
keep
means
my
grounding
gun
skill.
trained at the cyber ponies.
Well, you
I don't-
can roll a perception check.
Ah, it trip and fall.
Apparently, it's too dark for you, Moop.
I pass.
Bring your lights in
passed.
closer.
I passed by one.
So, Petrol and Paige, as you're looking around, you realize that they're not the actual, cyber ponies per se, but, the outer chassis of one. It appears, as far as you can tell, it appears that they were trying to make them look less metal.
So they're cyber ponies missing the endoskeleton.
And any kind of electronics.
Mecha ponies.
I'd just say they're androids.
You do know
That's a
that
weird
they seem to have small vats that most of them seem to be still sealed, but on inspection of one that was partially opened, you notice that it looks like they have fake flesh in it. It gives it a soft, almost like you would, if you were to poke somebody with this on, or poke a metal object with this on, you would not immediately mistake it for being metal. It would feel normal.
It would feel like flesh, but isn't flesh.
Yes.
Oh god. Can you imagine there was just a bunch of these in the waste and no one ever knew?
You're right.
I guess.
Right, well,
Uh,
let's move on to the next room.
Can I take one of these?
do you think you can carry one of those?
So you
It's-
want a hollow metal chassis in the shape of a pony body?
That's the same shape and size of an adult pony.
Yeah.
I could put
Yeah,
it away in my
it's
little
gonna
pocket
be-
dimension.
No,
Plus,
it
we can
doesn't.
use
Gizmo
Your hammer
doesn't work
space
that
isn't that
way.
big. Your hammer space
it?
isn't that big.
Hammer spaces to take things out of, not to put things into.
You can have you'll have small inconsequential items that you can take from it. So anytime you need a pin, you will always have a pin, but you won't be able to store something that large. That you're also currently carrying the object from the break room. I would still like to note.
Yeah.
The object with the brushes, with the big button in its center.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
So, what next?
Next room.
We progress to other room,
So
but
this room is filled with what looks like they were machining, say, nuts, bolts, and like, you know, regular mechanical portions. You see like pieces of
It's bolts, bearings.
long rods, things like that. All of them are metal, and all of them are being manufactured, or would have been being manufactured if the place was still operational.
Probably be a good idea to grab some of this scrap. Could trade
If somebody has search and or scrounging, you can do so to try and find the usable parts.
I do have scrounge, so I shall scrounge.
I have search. I will do the search.
I have succeeded by 5.
I have succeeded by 6.
So you guys do your scrounging and searching and come up with about 150 pounds worth of useful materials.
I'm heading to the next room. This one's too boring.
Okay. So, Petrol, the room that you come to next, the door is locked. Who'd we lose?
Cameo died.
I'm going to follow Petrol because he's taking the riskiest move right now, which means Doc needs to be there.
So, Petrol, how do you want to try and open this door? Think of it as like standard office door.
No,
I could try to
we'll make
buck
the
it open.
comment. I should not be carrying that metal. Just that will make me overweight.
So, what'd you say, Petrol?
I could try to buck it open.
Yes, you could. That would be a kick
Should
melee
I do just
attack.
that? I shall try to kick it open then. Where's the actual attack? It's kick.
We'll go back, Cameo.
The cameo has returned.
Also, has the question:
I
how
paused.
heavy is 16
Okay.
tablets?
Roll damage.
I mean, are we talking about African tablets or European?
Technological
Either of
tablets.
those.
So, like, smart tablets.
They usually weigh like 1.5 to 1.7.
Okay. -1.
Good job, you have done no damage. The door rattles on its hinges. But otherwise, you've just kind of let like little dents in it where your hooves hit.
Yeah, you probably alerted everything that's inside there.
Can I try again?
Yes.
I hit.
Roll damage.
Haha. 4 damage.
So this time you manage to kick the door open. It swings open with a loud bang. Inside, you see manufacturing for circuit boards, which, in character, you have no idea what these things are. But they're fancy green things that seem to be in much better repair than a lot of the metal stuff you found. Except some of the larger ones seem to have components that are rusted or falling off.
I come around the corner when I hear the bang on the door.
You also see circuit boards. You also have no idea what you're looking at.
Does anyone here know what these are?
No idea.
I will come around the corner and see
So
for myself.
for you, Ellis, your interest in technology, you had heard that people were developing these things, but you didn't know they actually existed yet.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Are there any good repair?
Go ahead and roll your operator skill at a -3.
Just remember, this is a higher tech level than what we have access to in our knowledge.
I pass by 3.
Okay. So, out of what you recognize, what little of that is, you find a total of about 5 boards that actually have all of the components that it appears to need and are all decently intact.
Good.
You do see a lot of stuff that goes from things that you're familiar with to way the hell out there in, like, what you're familiar with.
I'm going to carefully take some of this and then put it in my food bag that I don't have a need for.
Okay.
And
On
I
to next
assume
room.
people already ate my food that I had.
And how do
Are there any,
you split up
compartments
the
or
metal
anything?
that we collected?
What was that, Petrol?
Are there any compartments in that room, like any drawers, desks, or anything?
Most of it seems to be just like tools and whatnot for making and testing the boards.
Yeah, seems pretty boring. Next room.
Okay.
Following the petrol.
As you go into the next room, you realize this is a bathroom.
Moving along. Next one.
Wait, like a bathroom, like a public bathroom, or like a personal bathroom?
Public.
Damn, there's no drugs here.
The one next door is also a bathroom.
It looks to see
This-
if there's any form of dispenser in said bathroom.
There are several dispensers, but whatever was in there is either long dried up or long rotted.
Alright.
Next room then.
So, last room, you find the endoskeletons of the cyber ponies being built. They're in various states of not finished yet.
I do the perceive, see if there's any finished. I do the perceive pretty good.
It appears that
succeed
they
by
had
5.
one finished and they were getting ready to move it, but it doesn't seem to have any other parts other than just like the endoskeleton itself.
Okay.
So by the looks of it, all of what you have run across are like manufacturing parts and things like that, but no actual like building of the robots. The last door left is the door that will lead you to whatever's on the other side. It is marked with a sign that says surveillance and testing.
I attempt to open the door.
Door is locked.
I attempt to pick the door's lock.
You realize that your pins are no good, or your needles are no good against keyboards.
Oh. I guess I'll have
I look at Hackerman.
Yeah. Gotta do the thing. Sorry to hear, Cameo. We will be paying attention to see what you say. I pass
By how much?
by 6. Oh, sorry, no. By 3.
Okay. So as you were working away, you just barely managed to find something that will you can use to fool the door into opening.
Mm-hmm.
But you even with your limited knowledge on hacking, you can tell that that was a close one on not tripping any alarms.
Ooh.
Door opens up with a click and a hiss as it swings open silently.
Oh, it sounds like it's been oiled.
You also get a very stale, musty smell from the other side of the door.
Must be really dusty on this on that side too.
So, are you guys going to step into what is a small room with another door?
I'll let the taller ponies go in first.
Proceed with pistol raised.
I shall proceed with rifle raised.
I would draw my crossbow in case it is necessary.
Moon, are you also proceeding in?
Yes.
It's nice to no
And this
longer
is
be
the
a
point
wonder.
where I let everybody know that she was carrying around a Roomba.
I knew that she was carrying a Roomba.
Yeah, we're well aware of that.
What is a Roomba? No idea what this is.
So,
Sounds like a dance.
We understood what room
I mean,
that
that's
it was a
Zumba.
Roomba, but we were actively trying not to say anything.
yes, but I
After the microwave incident,
but
Hey, my brain went to modern tech after the microwave, not before.
Yes. I
So-
also was thinking
Yeah,
like
Are
a
you-
4 buffer too.
what are you guys
Go on.
going to do now? There is a door at the other side of this, what is essentially a very short hallway.
I walk up
Proceed
to the
other
door. Yep. I walk up to the door and check to see if it's locked.
Do you leave the door behind you open or closed?
Open for the
or,
moment.
So as you guys go to open the other door, you get a red. The keypad on the other side has a screen. It flashes in red. Door must be sealed to allow pressure.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
It proceeds to close other door.
So as soon as the
well,
other door
let's-
closed, there's a loud hiss, and you guys are sprayed down with a mist from above, and then you hear the sounds of the door behind you essentially getting sucked into its frame as the other door opens with the same pop and hiss of the last one, and you're greeted by a much larger room than the one that you originally saw. There
any
is
changes immediately present.
not that is visible, but you do see that there is a number of windows lining the walls, most of which are broken.
Safe room is safe.
There's a
Cameo
number.
has her spirit.
There's a pair of doors on the end of the hall, because the large room is essentially a large hall lined in windows. There's a door next to each window. There is a total of 4 windows that aren't broken. Probably a total of 16 windows in total.
Moop wants to know why it mentioned pressure.
It was an airlock,
Yeah.
but our characters probably wouldn't have known that. Or actually, could
Yeah,
I go
I have no
indulge
idea
it?
that airlock even is.
Could
I don't think we would have realized it in character.
About the time that, if we're going based off of like American history, I believe about the time that stuff like this was starting to be researched, the majority of the U.S., because I'm basing it off the idea that it is meant to be a foil of the U.S. essentially. Most of the U.S. was still watching westerns, if they had TV at all.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So our characters would have no clue.
Exactly.
Mm.
Unless we were in a tech field, which we most definitely weren't.
Yep.
The only one that would have any kind of idea would be Ellis, but that's only very loosely.
They would have a vague idea and wanted to understand it as an airlock.
Yeah.
So, what do?
Proceed cautiously.
Look around and look through some of the broken windows.
So, for the most part, a lot of the windows seem to be different types of testing environments. There's one that's labeled as operating under freezing conditions, and there's a firing range. There's a number of just marked as blind test. And then one of the unbroken windows, you see what appears to be one of the finished ponies machines that they were making, and it is in a really good condition for everything compared to everything else. The color's still visible in its coat. It just is standing eerily still.
I keep my gun trained in its direction, but I'm not firing on it just yet.
Moon, poke up the stick.
I mean, I could poke it with telekinesis.
I'll poke it with the baton.
So you're going to try and enter the room to poke it?
Yeah, it's on the other side of a door from it.
Baton in one hand, auto pistol in the other.
Yes, because
With their hands.
you have to pick one or the other, Moon.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Both would go in your mouth. You're Earth Pony.
Baton then.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to open the door?
Yep.
So as you try and open the door, you feel a good deal of suction as you're trying to open it. And roll strength.
Oh, that should be 10. Yeah, no, I failed that by 2.
So as you are trying to open it, you almost get it. You can hear it start to suck in air, and then it suddenly slams closed.
I use my telekinesis to try to open the door.
Roll strength.
If I remember correctly, telekinesis.
It should.
It's based off our intelligence.
Well, then roll intelligence. And that is a...
Succeed by 5.
So you are able to open the door as it sucks in a good amount of air for a second, and then everything seems to equalize.
How easily are we breathing?
Just fine.
Okay.
It does
Just
have
making
a stale, musty scent to it.
Mhm.
Now,
Stale
Door's
but
open.
breathable air.
I mean, I
Keeps
can
gun-
poke it with the baton if you really want to. So you
Keeps
don't have to get so
guns-
close.
is Moon poking it with baton?
Yes.
Is it aggressive poke or just regular poke?
Just regular poke.
So as you prod the thing, it wobbles a little bit, but it doesn't actually move or anything. You do, now that you are in the room, notice that there is a cable running from its back left hoof to the wall.
I'm going to walk up to it and examine
There is
it.
also a computer on the inside just below where the window, or between the window and the door, that is hooked up to the wall.
Hmm. I'm going to go check out the computer.
Roll your operating skill.
Hello, operator.
Pass by 1.
So, as you're banging away on the keyboard, you You manage to get it open, but a little too late, you realize that you deactivated the sleep mode.
Oh,
I
As you
start
were,
pressing buttons to get it back to sleep.
so roll operator at a -3.
That's the fail by 1.
So as you were continuing to pound away at the keyboard, you realize you just kind of made things worse as the system starts to flash error messages.
Oh shit! I say it loud.
my gun is still trained on the weird robot.
Moon.
I'm gonna get away.
Well, before you are able to get away, you hear a pop from behind the Robopony as the cable comes loose, and it opens its eyes. What does the party do?
I'm gonna get away.
Okay.
Clearly, I can't do anything past the point of the cable slipping.
Yeah, I kept my gun aimed at it, but I haven't fired yet because it hasn't shown hostility.
So-
Yeah, I fly up to the corner and aim my gun.
It,
I'm going to get behind the computer.
So the robot stands there for a moment before blinking, and then looking around and asking, "Where am I?" Surprisingly, the voice does not sound synthetic. Aside from the fact that it has been standing here for who knows how long, if you guys had walked into it moving into the room while it had already been moving, you would not have been able to tell that it was not a pony.
I am now instantly uncomfortable looking at it. It's like, we have no clue. What is your name?
It,
I resay what the research note said earlier, but I don't know where we're at, anyways.
research note.
Um,
Which one?
Research
Wait,
station 14.
Oh, okay. So you say what it said on the desk. It was like, I don't remember giving you guys a research note yet.
No, just that. And that's all we know?
I do ask its name.
It pauses for a moment and then asks for you guys to give your identification.
Cameo is trying to say stuff.
I see you, Cameo. So, Robit has asked you to provide identification.
What kind of identification are you looking for?
Show the tablet.
I show my medical certification.
I pull out the tablet and show that.
So you are both showing those?
Yep.
So it looks at the tablet, and its eyes, which looked like normal pony's eyes, you see basically a lens move back, and it scans the tablet, and you get a beep. It then looks to Doc's credentials and scans the credentials as well, and then you hear a beep, but more of like an angry beep.
They're with me.
And then it looks at Doc and says, "Provide visitor ID."
I am escorting them for now. Oh god.
What the hell is that?
The ID
Sorry.
card maker was broken today.
It pauses
was
for
that
a
sound?
moment. I don't know. I think Moon,
It's coming through Moon.
It's Moon.
Moon, you have a motorboat
sorry.
in your mic.
Yeah, I just muted you to save our ears and the stream. Um,
Unmute him and see if he fixed it.
yeah. The
It
fix?
seems so.
Okay.
Is it?
It's
we're not
stopped
hearing.
for now.
Yeah.
But the robot pauses for a moment and walks over to the computer, but instead of like typing on the keyboard, it lifts its hoof and basically just plugs straight into the computer. And
I
then
would.
for a moment it goes kind of limp. What do?
The rest of you can leave. I can stay down here. Or we could probably plug it back into the system and let me try to put it back to sleep.
They,
I would also like to point out that the computer it walked to is the same computer that you woke it up from.
yeah,
Oh.
the computer that you woke it up from is very uncomfortable keeping gun trained on.
Yes.
So you guys staying?
I would suggest the rest of you to go out to the next room, since I have valid credentials, apparently.
Where would you hide?
Comment, it could figure out that the valid credentials aren't actually valid.
True.
Where would you hide then?
I mean, he already knows I'm here. They
So
didn't ask y'all anything yet, so you
and
should
yes,
probably get up.
Moop, you can if you want to try and roll stealth, you can just hide.
Ugh. Ugh.
I guess Moop is not rolling stealth?
No, you can't.
I
To be fair, it did sound like you said, "Oh, you can just hide."
yeah.
Yeah, she can just hide, but she has to roll stealth to hide.
Yeah, to hide properly, you have to make it look like you're hiding.
Is
I mean, if you look
Okay.
like you're hiding, you're not hiding well.
that a pass? Well, for everybody else, what are you guys doing?
I think I am going to hide as well.
I'm,
I'm just trustful.
I'm keeping my gun aimed. Can I say that if combat does start, I have a fully aimed shot?
I am stuck.
Yes. So you have done the sneak,
Yes, I am sneak.
Petrol?
Also,
Uh,
crossbow aim.
Yeah, Snake.
Okay.
Moon has done the bare minimum to pass.
I passed.
Okay.
Cameo.
So everybody has decided what they're doing?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so as you guys are doing this, the robot starts to move again and says system error, Godfall protocol activated. And its eyes go from regular pony eyes to red and glowing.
Yeah, shit.
I hit her the baton.
Roll to attack.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think I take the shoot.
I'm going to flee. Because I can't do anything with the thing.
I'm going to take a shot as well.
Hey, I succeeded.
Okay.
I succeeded as well.
Everybody that succeeds, make sure you roll your damage.
I'm just going to take aim. See what happens.
Oh, 7. I do a triple shot. And I did a full aim.
Yes, Moop, you can do that.
That's an accuracy of 2, rate of fire 3. How much bonus of aim do I get?
Equal to your accuracy.
Oh, I get a plus, so 16.
So you get your accuracy off of one turn, and then if there's like a +3, then you can aim for up to like 3 more turns to get that.
I was aiming all the way up till the first round of combat, so
I believe auto pistol just has AC 2,
yeah, it has an
so it's just a
accuracy
+2.
Yeah, +2, so that would be 16, and then it has a rate of fire 3, which I shot 3 shots. Which, how much of bonus is the shooting 3 at a time?
Nothing. You need to shoot at least 4 to get
Okay.
that nice machine gun theory.
Okay, so 16 from 16 is 9, so all 3 shots hit. 2d6 plus 2 3 times.
Oh, I have a question. Do I get any bonus for being in stealth first? Or
I mean, enemies can't block attacks you're not aware of. So you got that going for you.
Yep.
that is fair.
I hit it with a 4, an 8, and another 4.
Okay. So, you guys watch as your shots ricochet off. Doc, when you hit it, you feel like the vibration jar back up your arm. Moop's flame washes over it and starts to melt the what was basically like a ballistic gel that made up its flesh, and you see like an almost solid metal frame underneath, the same chassis you saw being made in the rooms before. Petrol, are you said you were just aiming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm doing
let me see. Doc, you were the lucky one. You were the closest. I don't know if you'll agree with my assessment, but
I agree with the fact that I'm the closest. I do not agree with the lucky part. So, partial points, or partial credit.
do you have any damage reduction?
Oh no, are they hitting me in the head?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it?
2, because that's the default for the skull.
So you did take 9 points of damage to the from metal hoof to the face.
Alright.
That is after damage reduction, by the way. So, party's turn. What do?
I'm doing
Did my crossbow do anything to it?
No, it kind of bounced off.
Can I
Along-
look at it to see if there are any weak points or anything on it?
So you do notice that the joints seem to be less armored. less armored being a relative term for this thing. The eyes are also less armored. Other than that, though, it seems to be made mostly of metal.
Alright, I'm aiming for its eye.
Are you going to aim before you fire?
Yes.
I've got too many people on the way to cast a spell.
How much of a bonus does aiming get?
Depends for how long you
After
aim and the
first
accuracy
round,
of your
it's a
weapon.
+1.
Let's see. So Doc is still conscious. Petrol, what are you doing?
I'm going to take a shot and see if I can shoot it in the eyes. With AI.
Okay.
I'm taking my turn to aim.
Paige?
Let me check my aiming.
I shall just unload. Again.
Oh god, it's gonna be really hard to hit this.
I successfully hit it twice. For 11 and 10.
Okay. Again, you get lots of ricocheted shots.
Looks like you're gonna have to aim, Paige.
You mean I have to make called shots?
Yes.
Also,
I love fireball.
I'm going for the eye.
for everybody but Petrol and Nasa, go ahead and roll a will save. And Doc.
Oh,
Doc doesn't have to roll a will save either.
I'm currently going to the next room.
I succeed my will save by 2.
Okay.
I failed by 1. Unless this counts as incurious.
Do you, Moop, do you have combat reflexes? If not, then you do have to do it. I believe Petrol ended up with combat reflexes, and then Doc has the unshakable thing.
Unfazable. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing gonna get to Doc. Except people messing with his patients, but then that's Doc's trying to get to them, specifically their kidneys.
Mhm.
And Vigil was supposed to be X Wonderbolts, or something along that line.
Yeah, that was the backstory we made.
Nasa, I believe, came with combat reflexes, and then
I was
slashing.
going to leave
So,
because I can't do anything. Now with people in the way.
okay, you guys managed to pass, so you're not Wait, did Ellis pass?
No, I failed by 1. And I was trying to get out of the room in the first place.
Well, you are now curled up in a ball on the floor in the middle of the hallway, in tears and pissing yourself because large, terrifying robot that is now basically walking through the gunfire.
Mhm.
Petrol, did you do your shoot? Because if you did, I didn't see
No, I
it.
haven't.
Then do your shoot.
9. Let me see if I with the eye penalty.
And here's the quick question. Defense spells like return spell, or return missile. Is that used as a defense action?
So if the spell type is listed as a parry, block, or dodge, you can use it in place of a defense roll.
Okay.
Yes, you can do the stab. if you're aiming for one of the joints, you have to specify, and it'll come at the same penalty as, say, a ranged attack made in the same way. So if you look at your sheet, there will be a slot where it has the hit location penalties. Hind leg is a -2.
Yeah, okay, so even with the penalty, because I took aim, it just hits. It's the exact number.
Okay. Let Moot attempt her stab, and then you can roll your damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Roll damage, you mean?
Or yeah, roll damage. Petrol, you can go ahead and roll your damage as well.
What is the damage modifier to the eye?
Moon, was there a damage modifier to the eye?
The petrol managed to hit the eye?
Yes,
Yeah.
barely.
Ooh.
So it causes a blinding effect to that eye. And then it also has the same effect as skull, which is any damage past damage reduction is ×4.
Okay. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the. Oops, let me transition that. Been sitting on the same screen this whole time.
Most likely has damage reduction on the eye.
So, go ahead and. Go ahead
And
and.
it's 5d5 plus. The 5d just means 5d6, yeah?
Yep.
I believe I actually have that on my version of your sheet. You should. Spear 1d plus 1.
For the cartridge rifle.
No, that's for move.
The stabby stab.
Oh, move, I was going to say. I'm like, hang on a minute. For a gun?
4.
Okay.
Huh. That's a lot of damage.
So hold on.
That's a lot of damage.
How about a little more?
Hold on, doing the maths.
That's 64
So-
total.
21 minus your damage reduction ×4. Or the damage reduction is bigger than. And
Okay. So as you guys watch, Moop jams the spear into the back of the foreleg of the robot. Petrol takes his shot and shoots it straight through the eye. You hear a loud pop as it exits the backside of the head of the robot, and it collapses to the floor.
Can I shoot the
What?
other eye?
One shot, one kill.
You're welcome
That's
to
vicious.
shoot it, but it is deactivate now.
So far I'm 3
Alright.
from 3. 3 kills,
Okay.
3 bullets.
I didn't even get the shot to roll at it. But that is fine.
Yeah.
We'll make
I'm
the
curious.
comment. I don't think we should be careful about seeing any more of those robots anywhere near us.
I just
Oh,
want to point out that the thing had more of a damage reduction than most of you have seen yet.
Mhm.
What was this damage reduction?
I'm not going to tell you right now because you may
Damn,
run into
okay.
more of them.
So, Doc falls on his face unconscious.
Doc has passed the fuck out, so.
I'm currently huddled in the middle of the floor in the puddle of urine.
So you have two party members that are basically down for the count. The other windows that are still unbroken show that they also have robots in there in similar states to the one you just took down.
Similar states as in fully functional but unconscious.
Fully functional, but not being. It doesn't currently in an operated state. It is deactivated. That's what I'm looking for.
Question: can I try to aim up a shot at an eye while they're still deactivated?
Are you trying to shoot through the window?
Oh, I thought the windows were broken.
No, these two are unbroken.
Oh. Probably not yet.
No.
And I think the problem was we allowed it to connect itself to the computer.
Computer is still in one piece, by the way.
I'm currently huddled on the floor in my urine.
I try to comfort the one that seems to be in a panic attack.
You still have two doors at the end of the hallway to take a look at, if you are willing to go that way.
We're stuck down here, so that's the only direction we can go.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna
there's a
pick up Moon and check
completely
one of those
different
doors.
direction we can head.
Yeah.
So
And we still had the door that all the ponies were freaking out if we go back through the airlock.
well, this is the door. Remember, you had the entrance area, the break room, and this was the door that they were trying to get away from.
Oh, never mind. I'm smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Moon and fly to one of the doors.
We do have a pony here who does have some medical training and could attempt to do some medical stuff on our doctor.
So, what are you guys gonna do? You gonna just go ahead and try and go through the next door?
It would be a good idea to wake up our doctor before we attempt to move anywhere.
I would like to check the computer after I had come down from my panic attack.
Moop has asked who the pony with medical training is.
Well, I got first aid.
You got first aid from Doc.
Yes.
And you can do the first aid on the dock.
Yeah. I probably need cleaned off first.
So,
Comment, I don't know how well trained we would have been in making sure we're clean.
Whilst this is happening, I'll be back in a minute.
I would rather be cleaned from my urine than anything else. So
I'll help you clean
You
off.
do have a canteen of water.
yeah. I'm gonna clean myself off from the urine and then roll for first aid for our doc.
so is that a pass or a fail?
Which that's a pass by 2.
Okay. Go ahead and I forget what first aid what you get to do with it. Moon.
What?
First aid has been rolled for you. What do they roll to after that?
1d minus 2 plus margin of success.
So 1d minus 2 plus 2.
Yep.
So 1D.
Yep. You got 2, Moon. I can also pour healing into you as well.
That is up to you to do.
I'm still unconscious.
I'm going to pour some healing into our unconscious doctor.
Okay.
I gotta look at the thing.
And I'm back.
Minor healing. Gotcha. That's a pass.
Okay.
And that's just however many fatigue points I want to put into. Right, Moon?
Moon.
What?
Ellis asked you a question.
What?
And am I able to pour into however many fatigue points I want into you for the healing?
The spell should tell you a max based off of.
Yeah, I know. 3. I can spare 3 for the moment. So you get 3 points of health.
Still unconscious.
Did you roll?
I don't have to roll for that. I just have to.
I was talking to Moon.
Oh.
Well, the first aid got me out of check 3 into check 2, but I'm still in check 2.
Oh.
How low
Yeah,
were you?
I've been in check 2 for like half our sessions now.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are like beat the hell up.
Yeah.
I thought Doc was the okay one. Apparently not.
Oh. If only. It's not strong enough for that, I believe.
Doc was the okay one, because Doc usually avoided whoever was stealing the damage.
That
Yeah,
time
this
Doc
time-
went and stood next to it.
Yeah. I attempted to stay away from things that dealt damage, but half the times I had no clue what was going on.
I mean, the alternative solution was, what, run away from a killer robot with yakety sax playing in the background?
Yeah.
The comment is, we didn't know if it had a ranged attack or not. And I was ready for it to do a ranged attack.
Well, you guys want to try the next door?
Right, that's fine.
Left or right?
Left.
Left.
Left, right,
Left.
left.
Please don't.
Sorry.
As you guys open this door, you realize this one's just a small office space.
I scrounged through office space.
I do the search for medical stuff, if there's any.
Roll search and scrounge.
I scrounged to good. I succeed by 7.
Ellis?
I succeed at 1.
So you managed to find medical stuff, but most of it is a few hundred years expired. There is a singular health potion, though.
What color is it?
A lovely shade of green.
The moment when I remember, I've been carrying around a healing potion this entire time.
Yes.
Good job. You are doing the much smart.
Yeah. I'll take it, but I'm not gonna use it. Till
Oh
I know
yay,
for
we're
sure.
gonna sit on another one?
And then we're not gonna sit on it until we know for sure that this one's safe to consume.
I forced the healing potion I've been carrying around down the doc's throat.
So roll 2d6. You have
I
given
healed
him
it.
3 points of yes. Doc, I will note that this thing tastes absolutely awful.
Does this wake up the doc?
Nope.
Don't forget, Doc has smelling salts.
Oh yeah. We should
I
get some of
scrounged
that.
through Doc's bag and try to find the smelling salts.
Gotta pass by that morphine, those splints, those antibiotics, those cataract needles.
Let's see if I scrounged the good in his bag, which I do. I put the smelling salts underneath the doc's nose.
Roll. You have a medical skill?
No.
Roll an intelligence
I mean-
-2.
Oh my, this is good. Oh, okay, everybody.
I succeed the well.
So at the very least, you know not to stuff it straight up his nose.
I succeed by 5.
I don't know if the smelling salts just wakes you up there or not, or if you get to roll it again, Moon.
Nope, they just wake people up.
Okay,
It's
so
a forced awakening.
you have been forced awake.
And as Doc awakens from his heavily concussed coma, he's going to yeet the open container of smelling salts across the room.
I am sorry, I did scrounge through your bag.
Did
Roll
you take any
dexterity.
of my drugs?
No,
Well, it's fine then.
mainly because I don't know what half the drugs do.
Just remember, the ones in the green bottles are for me, and the ones in the red bottles are for other people.
I said roll dexterity.
For me?
No, not you.
No, that's
The
Moop
Moop,
is trying to
who's
catch
a-
your smelling salts.
I'm going to show off the potion I just found. Is this any good, Doc?
You would need to roll medicine. You have
The Moop.
not caught the smelling salts. So, as far as you can tell, that yes, it should be drinkable, but it is not going to be pleasant.
First off, the doc does wake up with the foul taste in his mouth.
Sort of like a rotten pea soup kind of taste. And texture.
Ew.
Tastes like a gnome shot in my mouth. But yeah, that should be drinkable, but I prefer non-magical remedies, so as to how effective it would be, I can't really tell you that.
Other than that, there's not really much in the room. It looks like the terminal that had been in here had been destroyed. Next room?
Yeah.
So the next room appears to be some sort of like foyer. Like there's a small desk for what you can only assume was once a secretary, leading to another door.
No, I scrounged through desk.
And yes, you can go ahead and take the smelling salts. I will point out, though, that the smelling salts do smell bad.
And I scrounged the good.
So you don't really see much in this room. There's some broken, like, office supplies, and that's about it.
Is there a computer in here?
Again, the terminal has been destroyed.
Moving
There-
on.
Yes.
You going to
Address
try the
next
door at
turn.
the other side?
Yeah.
Door is locked.
Look for the keypad, then try to pick lock.
So, surprisingly, this actually has both locks.
Okay, I tried the physical lock. I tried to pick the physical lock.
Is Ellis going to do the hack?
Yep.
I fail.
I passed by one.
So, Ellis, you are able to deactivate the security enough, but it does still seem like the door is still, in fact, locked.
Can I attempt to pick again?
Yes, you may.
Succeed by 2.
Okay. So you managed to get the door open, and on the other side is a fairly well set up office. This one, not only is the terminal intact, but there is a mummified pony corpse sitting with a pretty decent looking piece of machinery in its hoof. And it looks like it was aimed at the door.
I look at the machinery in its hoof.
I see
So-
this pony too fears the rise of their mechanical overlords.
It appears to be in the shape of what at one point would have been a firearm of some sort, but it's not anything you recognize. Like, it's no 9mm, it's no nothing. There's no place for a magazine full of ammo.
So it has the shape of a gun, but has no identifiable.
It is
And
shaped like gun, but there is no identifiable thing about it that says gun.
I look
there's
at
not
party
even
members.
There's not even a proper trigger.
I look at party members and point at it. It's like, what the hell is this thing? Or what in Tartarus is this thing?
Yeah.
Doc, you may roll area knowledge at a -1.
Ah, yes, I recall a thing.
So, you recall seeing a group of Tech Knights at one point. You weren't sure it was one of the smaller tribes, but they seemed entirely outfitted in weapons like this, that whenever they fired it, instead of firing bullets and being noisy, they fired almost silent beams of light.
I
And
go ahead
they
and
had-
stop.
Varying effects.
I go ahead and put it in my bag.
This is a pew pew gun instead of like a shoot gun.
Ooh. Pew pew, I like.
Is it in pistol shape?
Yes, it is in pistol shape.
So what you're saying is I could fire it, just at disadvantage.
Yes. So,
I can use it.
there is also a terminal still. There is also a door to the left and a door to the right of the back of the room. And one of them is marked surveillance and the other is marked janitor.
Go ahead and look over the desk a little bit more. Look for drawers.
There are lots of drawers.
I go ahead and start scrounging through drawers. I'm assuming a roll.
Yes.
So the roll I did was for Well, either computer operation or hacking, depending on what you would have said.
Well, you can start with computer operation.
Okay, well that passed by 4.
So
And
go
I'm
ahead.
going to
Paige.
join the scrounging, by the way.
yeah, I passed by 7 on my scrounge.
Oh wow, I failed.
So, as you're scrounging around, Paige, you do find a few like odds and ends, but it's more useful for like the things they can disassemble to be used for.
So, how many pounds of odds and ends?
About 2 pounds worth. For petrol, you find a bent paperclip,
Yay.
and for Ellis,
Hacking.
so as you guys watch, Ellis starts poking through the computer and quickly finds that basically everything is password locked.
This is gonna take a while.
So you have a total of 4 different files that you can try and open.
Okay. That is a pass by. I'm trying to find it again. 7.
Okay. So you get a what appears to be an email of some sort that had been password locked and encrypted, and it essentially reads that someone named Silvertongue had sent an email saying that the services of research site 14 it was no longer needed, and he was enacting the Godfall protocol.
Oh my. Next one. Passed by. Is it 3?
So, after several minutes of trying to get into the next file, you find out that Site 14 was working on a project known as Project Dream Eater, in which they were trying to insert robotic ponies into the population to help with the assassination of key figures, and as well as monitoring the, at the time, new appearance of what was a shield around, unexplained shield around what had been the capital, Canterlot.
Okay.
It also notes that the surveillance room is where the cameras that they were able to install before they were found out are viewable. So
Okay, next one. Passed by 3 again.
the next file is a continuation. You see a long list of failed experiments, followed by a sudden change to where they basically all of them started working. And it's a list of various functions that they were testing, like cold environments, heated environments, wet environments, things like that.
Fail, 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 pass, 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 pass.
Basically, is about how it went.
And the next one.
And then the last one is a list of functions for some of the robot models. Anything from razor wire whips to laser weapons and just high power machinery to enhance hoof-to-hoof combat?
My eyes go wide. We should really not fuck with those robots.
No we barely managed to kill one. It almost killed our doctor in one hit.
Yes, but let me just stress on, we must not fuck with them.
So, you guys gonna check out the surveillance room?
Probably be a good idea.
I would have told them about it.
So, you guys get to the surveillance room, and the first thing you notice is there is a lot of cameras that they managed to place, but the majority of them seem to have been knocked offline. But you do have 3 that are still active. One of which seems to be in what can only be described as a dungeon cell. There is a heap of what appears to be molded blankets in the corner of the room, and every so often, as you guys are watching, they shift a bit, but they don't. Whatever's underneath doesn't come out. Another one is over the front of the Canterlot Palace, and you see, like, nothing really seems to be happening inside the city. There's no signs of life or anything. The last one appears to be in the royal suite, because on a badly decayed bed, Twilight is laying there. It appears she might be sick, but it's hard to tell given, it's a camera from who knows how far away.
And who knows how old?
Oh no, they're live feeds.
Oh, comment. The camera itself is who knows how old.
Oh, okay. Yes. But she does appear to at least be breathing.
Well, I guess off to Canterlot we go.
Remember, there's a giant bubble shield around Canterlot. That's why we went the way we did.
It is.
It's not a bubble shield.
It is.
It's a cylindrical shield.
But you couldn't see the top.
Yeah. Okay, large impenetrable shield that will probably take us forever to get over top of if we attempt to do it that way, and probably goes way underground if we try to go underneath.
You could get some of us something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically we have to find a way past the shield, or a way to deactivate the shield.
There is also another door that has been partially opened, marked escape hatch, in the back of the surveillance room, behind one of the cabinets that has been moved.
To look at the janitor's closet before we try to take the escape hatch.
Inside is a more rotted cleaning supplies, although slightly better quality than what was in the other room, and another Roomba.
Okay.
Would you guys like to pin it here?
I think this is good to pin.
Yeah, it seems like a good point.
Okay,
Yep.
so for everybody still listening at home, sadly this week we will not be continuing the Peacemakers on Sunday, but we will try to pick it up next week, as well as picking up this campaign next week on about the same time. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, and drink water.
Hydrate or dihydrate?
Happy holidays.